Okay, so our last section took us through adding and subtracting real numbers. Today we're going to do multiplying and dividing real numbers. The rules are totally different, so we're going to review those right here. So first off, our goal is to be able to multiply and divide real numbers. Real numbers are just positive and negative, and that includes fractions and decimals. Remember that if we multiply or divide both positive numbers, the result is positive. If one of them is positive and one is negative, if they disagree, our answer is negative. And if they're both negative, they both agree, the answer is positive. So I equated this to like if both friends agree on where to go for dinner or for lunch, it comes out the result is positive. Same thing with if they both agree for the negative, the result is positive. If they disagree, they'll probably get into an argument and the result is negative. We don't want them to fight, right? So multiplying and dividing with negative numbers, basically I look negative times a positive gives us a negative. Well, what's 12 times 5? It's just 60. So you multiply or divide like normal and adjust for the sign. So this is going to be 8, positive 8 times negative 5/4. So it's going to be a negative. If you have a whole number, you put it over 1 times 5/4. You can cross simplify if you want. Otherwise, 8 times 5 is 40. 1 times 4 is 4. What's 40 over 4? 40 divided by 4 is 10. So your answer turns out to be a negative 10. Positive divided by a negative, we get a negative. 35 divided by 5 is 7. Okay? This one, positive divided by a negative, you know your answer is going to be a negative, but we have to think back to our rules of dividing fractions. So remember to skip, flip, and multiply. Now here, this is where I'm going to cross simplify because I don't want to have to multiply and simplify these. So 4 can go into 4 once, 4 can go into 8 twice, 5 can go into 5 once, 5 can go into 15 3 times. 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 over 2 gives me 1.5. Now back up, I told us that it was going to be a negative, so our answer is negative 1.5. Okay, our next one, I have negative 4 divided by a positive 9 1/4. So our answer is going to be negative, but we've got to deal with these fractions. So the whole number goes over 1, and then a mixed number has to be turned into an improper fraction. So 9 times 4 is 36, plus 1 is 37. Okay, now I'm going to skip, flip, and multiply. I can't cross simplify anything on this particular problem. 4 and 37 don't have anything together, and 1 and 4, they're simplified. So I get a negative 16 on the top. Notice I just kept that negative with it. 1 times 37 is 37. And there's your answer. Okay, so dividing by 0, there's just a few rules that we have to know. Any number multiplied by 0 equals 0. Any number divided, or 0 divided by any non-zero number is 0. The trick is, any number divided by 0 is undefined. And here is the reasoning. These two kind of confuse people. If I have nothing, and I'm going to share it with all of my students, how much do they get? They get nothing. But if I have 20 cookies, and I'm going to share it with everybody, but I share it with 0, am I really dividing? So dividing by 0 is not really dividing, and that's why we say undefined. So here we go. I'm going to practice some. 10 times 0 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 divided by a number, you have nothing, and you're going to share it with 16.586 people, 568 people, you get 0. But 63 divided by 0, You're not actually splitting anything into groups and dividing, so it is undefined. Okay, that's all I have.